Hello, Amanda with Crafting with Amanda, and I am here with our April Club Kit, which is 3 cards this month, and I send you all of the pieces except for the card bases and envelopes. So you get 4 each of the Wild Berry, White, and Lagoon in the big size flower, and then 2 each of those same 3 colors in the smaller flower. And then you get 3 sprigs in silver and 3 in gold. You get 8 flowers, 4 large, 4 smaller. And then you get 1 each of a base and this wreath oval in each of the 3 colors. So you might have some pieces that have hung on that didn't actually come out when I took them off the Cricut mats. So just go ahead and punch those out. And it took me pretty much 6 hours of cutting full time, because I think it was 22 minutes for each sheet to cut, and I needed to cut 15 of the one, and then I had 5 more sheets of miscellaneous. So there was 20 sheets that I was cutting. So what I'm doing, and you can decide to pair them up any color combination you want, but I am putting the Lagoon oval on the white base, and I'm also going to take these card bases and run them through embossing folders with my embossing machine. So you can do that or not, it's up to you. You can add paper to it if you want, but I'm just kind of giving you an idea of how to kind of dry fit these. But what I do first is I prep all of the individual components. So for the flowers, you're going to glue your 2 parts together, and there's one of the leaves that has a bump in the center, so it's like a 3 bump. So I find that on both flowers and then dry fit them, and then you'll see that I go ahead and just pull the one side straight down and add glue to the back, and then you can just smush it back together so you don't lose the orientation on that. And you can decide to do it so that it's from the front, which has a little bit more of the white from the Cricut cuts, or from the back side. After you do that, I went ahead and inked all the edges in the Wild Berry, Lagoon, and then I used emerald for the green leaves. And now I'm taking just a metallic marker. You could take a shimmer brush or just any kind of pen, and I'm dotting in the centers of the flowers. And now I'm going to shape my leaves, and I use my piercing tool and shape both ends by just pinching them around the piercing tool. And I will do that for all of the leaves, and then I go back and I will shape the flowers. So I will do all of that. So I do all of my prep first. You're also going to want to find a sentiment that you want to use for these as well. So I found the easiest thing, I was trying to do like pinch it around the handle of the piercing tool, but I found it was actually easiest just using my fingers to pinch them up. And so I'm going to put 2 Wild Berry and 1 white with the leaves on the top and bottom of this. The sentiment I'm using is Smiles and Hugs from the Cardmaking for In Full Bloom. And if you haven't seen that set, it has 2 thin cuts with it. One is for a butterfly and one is for a film strip. And that film strip I have used so many places. So I stamped my sentiment in Harbor ink, and I just love Harbor. It's a gray meets a blue with a little bit of a green thrown in for fun. And now just add glue, whatever adhesive you want. I like the liquid adhesives, and I'll just pepper it around all of the individual leaves and kind of hit the high points. And my trick for putting this onto the solid base is I'll start at one end or the other, and so I'll match up one grouping and then kind of press it down as it goes into, up into the next grouping. And you'll get to see that here, so I'll explain it again. So I pick it up, and I'm just going to kind of line up what's at the bottom. And so then I press it all together, and I make sure those leaves are all lined up. And then I go to the next area that has shapes that I need to match up, and then finalize it with the third. And that's how I found it was easiest to do. So you can see here how I dry emboss the background. And again, I'm just going to dry fit, and I forgot to shape all of the flowers, so I'll end up doing that next. But if you want just the flatter flowers, this is how it would kind of look. And don't forget that you have the silver and gold that you can add into your designs as well. So now I'm going to throw these leaves in, And you can do these however you want. There's a good chance in the next coming months that I won't be able to do as many die cuts or any die cuts and just be sending some of the papers that are new with our moving and everything going on. I just don't know. So I tried to be over the top this month and include a lot of flowers. So using this with Sympathy wreath and thin cut, I cut banners that say thinking of you. And after I cut them, I was thinking I want a clean cut, but now I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges with the respective colors that coordinate with the cards. And I like dragging my things right into the ink sometimes. You could get a sponge out if you wanted, but for me, sometimes it's just as quick to do it this way. And doing different orientation, just so you can see. With the gold, I added to the right card, and so then the other gold berry branch I cut in half there. You can see it there in the bottom left. And now I'm just dry fitting to make sure which flowers I want to go where. And like I said, because you ended up getting 18 flowers, you can combine them however you want. It's 6 flowers per card, which is quite a lot, I think. And then there are 3 of the silver, so I am going to tuck all 3 of those into that center card. I really like how these turn out. I was trying to do something that if you had a special Mother's Day coming up, or if you had a really good friend's birthday, that these would just be kind of a really nice, elegant card for that occasion. They could also be a wedding card, really nice and floral this way. So I've dry fit all of my pieces in, and then I will go ahead and glue them off camera because I don't think you need to see all that. And I forgot on this pink one, when I had glued them together, some glue oozed out between the 2 layers. So I had some glue messes that I needed to camouflage. So that's why I split it into 3 sections. And then this is just a reminder to really step your cards up to the next level. Go ahead and do coordinating envelopes just so that you kind of give a hint of what's coming inside this Happy Mail. And I'm just using the sprigs from the Sympathy set, and then I'm using 1 sprig up and 1 sprig down in the Wild Berry, and using the flower from the In Full Bloom card making kit. So I will finish doing the inside of all these cards, and then you'll get to see the final product. And I hope you guys have a lot of fun putting together. I really appreciate you guys supporting me and my Close to My Heart business. Be sure to like this video if you can. Subscribe if you haven't already done that. You should already know how to connect with me, but if you don't, this is how you connect with me. I also have a Facebook group, Crafting with Amanda VIP. Here's another video you may be interested in. I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you.